And so the breakout begins. Bitcoin ripping through the downward sloping resistance line and climbing to new local highs. And the question now becomes, is a rip towards 16,000 potentially in the cards? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. What is going on, my friends? Today I'd like to discuss Bitcoin and the savagery we're seeing inside the chart right now. Grandma's cookies and a bottle of yo-ho-ho. Bitcoin has flush broken out of the pennant formation that we've been covering here on the stream for the past several days. If you are subscribed here, you would know that Don Carbonaccio was also calling for a high volume breakout, either to the upside or to the downside. As of right now, my friends, it appears that the market has chosen to push upwards and the bulls are continuing to hold their momentum here. Are we seeing the beginnings of another parabolic shape here? Are we seeing what looks like potentially sustainable action to the upside for higher targets of even past our prior high? Or right now, does Bitcoin still appear to be in the danger zone? So as a full-time trader, I'd like to discuss with you my strategy, my game plan, and how I plan to crush this market right now in the immediate term. So without any further ado, you guys already know the deal. If you like these daily crypto videos and nightly live streams, smack that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Moon the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Moon them up. All right, so we'll begin with our Bitcoin technical analysis. And of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice, this is not trading advice. These are only my own opinions, ideas, and speculative hypotheses on the market. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk, and I am not your financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. That being said, let's begin right here on the 4-hour time frame. Clearly, we've broken out of this downward sloping resistance line. And for me, ladies and gentlemen, the most significant part here is that for the first time in this micro trend here as a whole, Bitcoin has now created a new higher high. Albeit, this is not the perfect breakout that we wanted to see here. It's fine for now, tentatively, and we're going to discuss this little range here, but we still have more highs to crush through, and until these are crushed, we still have to respect that this pattern formation right here, right now, with a series of lower highs and lower lows, is still potentially very bearish. But right now, with this breakout, I'm beginning to see signs here that we could see further upside action in the potential short term here. So now let's discuss. So we saw this bullish engulfing candle come in here on the 4-hour time frame with an influx of bullish volume. This is exactly what I wanted to see here, and to me it looked quite obvious. I mean, if you are subscribed here, you would know 2 streams ago I titled the stream "Watch for a Gigantic Candle" here as we squeeze to the end of this formation. That is exactly what we got, and the reason for that was the decline in volume here was indicative to me that all we were seeing inside this range here was just a bunch of bot action, right? All of this little chop, 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 the little squiggly action in here, these aren't humans, ladies and gentlemen, for the most part. This is just bots scalping micro profits, literally micro profits, 0.001% profits, right? Over and over again, playing on little small time frames, 5 minutes, etc., sort of like what we're seeing right here, right now, right? So now, the fact is that we broke through our first high, okay? And this was right here. This was our lower high stuck in, and we've broken this. So this, to me, is checkpoint number 1. Bitcoin has shown that we've created now higher lows coming off of our bottom, right? Into what was then a symmetrical triangle pattern formation, coming off of a potential flagpole to the upside for a bull flag. And now we've done the first task here. It needed to get past this prior high, and it has. And now we find ourselves in a new channel, which is very interesting here, okay? So I have our tentative support right now outlined by this orange line. Now, Why do I have the line here? Well, we can see clearly that this has been a range here of a lot of significant action over the prior trend, the micro trend here as a whole. And if we go out to the daily as well, this looks even better to me, as we've seen a lot of candle bodies closing and opening in this region. We've had a bunch of wicks, etc. And right now, when you zoom in on the 4-hour time frame, it looks even better here to me. So this range, if we use our price range tool, the orange line beginning at about 11,750, ranging up to about 12,050. It's roughly a 2.5% range. And why do I have the resistance at the top here? Well, you would know, guys, that right now, for me here, this is a tentative range of resistance looming. Now, this is purely because we have our prior high here and our prior 2 past highs here. And although we have broken out of the first one and the downward sloping resistance, we still must understand that this range does have the potential to be a bull trap. Now, as you guys know, I was speculating here that if this broke to the upside, I was going to be looking to take a high reward, low risk trade setup. And right now, I have taken a long here. Shout out to my VIPs. You guys know I've kept you updated here. I was prepared for both directions. As you can see here, my VIP alert. I said, if this happens to break to the downside, here's my short setup. It's blacked out because it's exclusive VIP content. But on the bottom, you can see that my long setup was if we broke that pennant to the upside, if the bulls looked like they were coming in with volume and momentum, I was going to open a long position at 11,792. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I am long from the breakout here, and I'm going to be using a tight stop loss to monitor my risk and potentially increase my upside, right? Because right now, although we are underneath this level of resistance here, if we break this top here, which is not very far away, right? It's only at about 12,060. If we can break this top here, I believe that there could be potentially a lot of FOMO coming in here. We could see the bots start to get triggered here, a lot of liquidations from the short side getting triggered in here. And right now, if Bitcoin can hold above this orange line, which I've stated here for me is about 11,750, if Bitcoin can hold this region here and even just trade sideways, my friends, I believe we could be looking at the formation of a short-term bull flag forming here, which could lead to potential further upside as well. Now, if Bitcoin right now is going to fall below this level and fall back to create a new lower low, right, somewhere below this region here at about 11,350, this would be very bearish to me, ladies and gentlemen, as another false breakout, right? And we could chalk this whole thing up here to just being yet again another macro lower low, right? I mean, this one could just be an anomaly, right? Very possible. And we look for somewhat of a double top formation here before we look to continue down in our downward sloping channel here, which we could see has a lot of potential movement to the downside. Let's get this crypto. So right now, as it stands here, let's take a look at the RSIs as well to give us some indications. Here on the 4-hour time frame, I wanted to see Bitcoin climb to a new high on the RSI with a climb to a new high, meaning this high right here, and surpass the RSI on that old high. And clearly we've done just that. Very good and very bullish from my opinion, still maintaining a bullish posture here with an upward sloping support line. Very good in my opinion. Let's move over to the daily. Just the same, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to see that this upward sloping support would not be negated here. It has not thus far, although what we must understand here is that if we do not get above this prior high, right? Let's go out to the price chart here. I'll show you where that was, right? Our prior high here was this initial run up before our last heinous dump, right? If we cannot get past this prior high here with our new high, on the RSI, this may in fact begin to get very problematic, ladies and gentlemen, as we would still then be maintaining a lower high trajectory here on the RSI, which would still be favoring the bears here in the short term, right? And it may seem a little bit obscure to those that are new to trading, right? Oh, Kirby, but the price is going up, and so doesn't that mean it's bullish? Yes, but there are hidden things in these charts, right? That is why every single day, Don Carbonaccio is watching this market with an eagle eye, looking for the hidden patterns in this chart, looking for the hidden indications that may signal me to make a play that these moon boys, average Joes, and James at the water coolers do not see. And what gives me a competitive edge over this market. And also, if we go out to the weekly, right? We did close the weekly, ladies and gentlemen. It was a little bit lower than last week, although right now it's not too concerning here for me, as we still right now, we're very close to our last high, and as of right now, we are actually creating bullish momentum. If we look at the weekly, let's actually go to a fresh chart here. I want to give you guys a very nice overview here of the weekly as well, because I know I've been shouting out that we could be looking at a bearish divergence on the weekly, but right now it appears to me that this still looks strong. We're going to have to watch all throughout the week, but right now, this candle here, ladies and gentlemen, was an absolute debacle, heinous, ludicrous. And right now, what we're seeing is that we've not only recovered from this potential reversal doji that is so bearish, look at the wick. We right now have not only recovered for a candle body close of last week's candle, which closed yesterday evening, above the candle body of the week prior, but now, ladies and gentlemen, we currently are above this candle right now. We still, of course, this is a whole fresh week here, but if this week's candle closes candle body above this candle body here, about 11,500. Ladies and gentlemen, it appears to me that this beast right now is so strong, just like we had here. This could have been the top of this entire parabolic uptrend, right? This looked like it. We had a doji followed by a bearish engulfing candle here on the weekly, only to be eaten up, gobbled up by two monster candles to the upside. And right now, we had one of the most bearish looking weekly candle closes possible by all means. Even the volume was much higher with the selling. And right now, it appears that Bitcoin does not want to give way to this action right now. The parabola is seemingly still on an upward sloping trajectory, although we do all know that these trends do love to crocodile tooth down, just like we've seen here in 2017, just like we've seen time and time again all throughout Bitcoin's history. And right now, although we know that the crocodile tooth is potentially looming in the back of our minds, that this must potentially come to an end in the parabolic state eventually, right now, if Bitcoin is able to climb here to new highs, take this out, and really get past this region at about 12,550. If we can take out these highs, blow through the resistance levels, my friends, the sailing starts to look very, very promising from a bullish perspective here, in my opinion. As we all know, I did not see much resistance in this range at all on the way up. And this is the range that Bitcoin just, boom, cut through like a hot knife through butter for its first test up to the $14,000 region. I also see again, ladies and gentlemen, that the 0.618 Fibonacci is essentially right around our prior top. And we know that these trends love to be pulled to these golden fibs. It's just a mathematical anomaly. I mean, it's actually not an anomaly that it happens often enough, but that golden Fibonacci, we may look to test it yet again. Doesn't mean that we have to blow through it, but maybe we test it, put in a double top, and then fail. All I know is that right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm playing this market extremely aggressively. Like I've said, I'm already long here, right? I'm already long. Sure, I may exit my position here. I may go short if we break. I may add to my position if we go up. Right now, you must understand that the trend is in a critical pattern formation here with all of the information that I've just shown you here. I hope that you're seeing that right now we are on the precipice of a heinous market movement. I believe we're either going to rip up to test the prior high for a double top and get rejected to just destroy this entire parabolic trend? Or even right now, my friends, maybe we get a fake out and then a plunge deep down into the crypto abyss. The reason that I've stated is 16,000 possible is because if we do happen to break through this high here with volume and momentum, the 786 Fibonacci extension is looming up in this vicinity. And just like down here, there was not much resistance in the historic price action, which led us to a fast rip to the target zone. I see just the same here, ladies and gentlemen. Not much in terms of historic price resistance and support in this area, as this was the last of the price action of the historic bubble in 2017, right? We had our parabolic leg up to parabolic down crocodile tooth. Not much in terms of support or resistance created in here, which to me could lead to another hot knife through butter scenario if the bulls are going to maintain that much momentum. Let's get this crypto. So right now, in terms of the immediate trend here, right? And what am I looking for? Well, if we break through these highs, ladies and gentlemen, I may be looking to increase my long position. And I am going to keep you all updated with every strategy and trade that I make here inside this market. Right now, if we break down, I'm going to get stopped out. My stop loss is placed, right? This is trading, ladies and gentlemen. If I get stopped out here, sure, I'm going to take a little loss. That's fine. This is trading, right? It's expected. When you trade, you lose. The goal with trading is that your losses do not eclipse your wins long term. You win much bigger in percent terms than losses, right? This is also another thing that I see in this space a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, well, what's your win rate, Kirby? What's your win rate? That's not a real question, right? No traders ask what's your win rate. That's not a real question. You could lose 10 trades in a row for 1% each, right? And that's a 10% loss. And then you win one trade for 20% to the upside, and you've lost 10 out of 11 trades and won one, and your net profit is 10% plus. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, is that when you're trading and you're playing this game, you have to understand that every trade you make comes with a risk. The question is the reward worth the potential risk? And for me, my friends, right now, we are at an area here that the crossroads of the trend is about to be revealed. We're either going to continue this parabola or we're going to be in for a deep, deep correction. And right now, I'm monitoring my positions 24/7 with an eagle eye. If you're not monitoring this market 24/7, there is a very high probability for you to get wrecked, absolutely destroyed, caught like a deer in the headlights, and take that trip to Wreck City with Average Joe and James at the water cooler. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, Don Carbonaccio is preparing for success. Don Carbonaccio is ready to drink these Moon Boy tears if we do in fact break to the downside. And on the contrary, I'm ready to ride this parabolic express if we do continue up. And we can see here, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in quite some time, we are starting to get a little bit of a parabolic shape here, right? Just as we've had in the past. I'm not saying it's going to play out perfectly, but we have seen these parabolic shapes playing their role in this market. It's been a normalcy here as of late. And right now, I do see the potential that we could be due for another parabolic leg to the upside here. We have to watch this zone, watch the 11,750 area, watch for a new lower low below 11,350, key critical areas of the trend. And to the upside, ladies and gentlemen, I truly want to see a first break of 12,050, followed by a break of 12,500. If we get that, ladies and gentlemen, potentially it may be ding, 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 chicken wings for dinner, tofu if you're vegan. It could be a rip, ladies and gentlemen, to those targets I've outlined, the 0.618 Fibonacci extension, right around our old prior high, and maybe a potential moonshot to the 0.786 around 16,000. Let's get this crypto. Either way, right? I've been stating this. If we break up, I'm going to be playing it to the upside. Again, adding to my positions, aggressively looking to take more exposure inside this market. And if we break to the downside, I'm going to be looking to be exiting my long and taking a short to maximize my profits to the downside as well. You can see here, this was my most recent VIP update. I posted both scenarios that I was looking for, because if we were to break to the upside in this pennant, I had a plan to get in a position to the upside. And if we broke down, I have a plan to get into a position to the downside to maximize my opportunity. If you fail to plan, then your plan is to fail. Don Carbonaccio does not fail to plan. Don Carbonaccio plans to succeed. And I keep you all updated in absolute real time to the exact second that I make my trades, take my entries, take my profits, etc., etc. I post all of this for you in VIP, ladies and gentlemen. All my strategies, everything for you exclusively to the exact second in real time. So listen, I'm going to continue to keep you updated here. This trend is in a very crucial area. Please, my friends, do not take that trip to Rect City. Right now, I'm looking to squeeze this trend for as much profit as it's potentially going to give me. I'm prepared for the upside. I'm prepared for the downside. I'm ready to get this crypto. Are you? I will see you all in VIP right now. Shout out to my VIPs and shout out to all of my new future VIPs joining VIP right now after this video. I'm ready to crush this market like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can. If these moon boys get wrecked here because we drop, I'm sorry. I mean, we could see there is potential upside here, but we still have one last area to get through, in my opinion, if we want to see a retest of the prior high. And on the contrary, the fact of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, is that they should just be ready here. They should just be ready, because we see it in the charts, right? We see this. And if you're not dedicated to watching these charts with an eagle eye and striking upon this opportunity, when you need to change your strategy, you change it, right? Just like I would here. If we drop, my strategy changes. If we rip, my strategy changes, and I'm ready to apply those changes to my strategy in the blink of an eye. If you're not trading like this, how are you going to succeed? Right? That's the question you must ask yourself. If other traders that are crushing the market are changing their strategies, adjusting, adding, subtracting to their positions around the clock, and you're not doing that, how do you plan to succeed then? It's a matter of fact. If that's not how you're trading, how are you planning to succeed? That is how I'm trading, and I'm going to be keeping you all updated with every single thing I do in real time to the exact second in VIP, ladies and gentlemen. So don't get wrecked here. Please don't get caught like a deer in the headlights. I will be keeping you all updated in VIP with my trades, entries, exits, targets, strategies, etc. exclusively for you in VIP. I will see you all in VIP right now. Let's get this crypto. And my friends, if you could, one last time, moon up the likes, moon them up. Smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. I'm ready to crush this market. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I will see you all in VIP right now. Shout out to all of my new future VIPs joining VIP right now after this video. I will see you in VIP right now. Let's get this crypto. And until next time, my friends, the Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.